What is happening? Hope everybody feeling all right this morning. Um, got a lot to talk about. Please hit the like button when you come on in here, man. Uh, I'm having a morning, so don't mind me. Your boy is having a morning, definitely having a morning. But nevertheless, man, still gonna grind, still gotta grind. Ain't no excuses. Uh, Shouts out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball and boxing community. And shout out to all of my subs that's been rocking with me, my day ones as well as my new subs too as well. And all of my haters, flip floppers, people that turn their back on you, people that smile on your face, stab you in your back, people that all about deception and negativity. I appreciate y'all too, man. I really do, man, because y'all are the ones that keep me going. Um, well, what's up, Ted? Oh, that's great, man. That's great. We not try. You don't want to talk about the Packers, huh? You kind of want to ease over that situation, huh? I get it. I get it. Um, nah, it was a heavy action-packed weekend for football, man. Man, I got to Josh Allen, man. Him coming out there balling the way that he did, man. I'll talk about that briefly. What's up with it, Cypress? I see you in here, man. All right, here's a reason why K Dot they chose K Dot as opposed to Little Weezy coming out for the Super Bowl. Now, as you know, Master P, he's coordinating everything. He's the director of entertainment because, of course, it's in New Orleans. Um, as you know, it's been a back and forth between Jay-Z and Master P. I'm not going to talk about that so much, but what I am going to talk about is I'm going to talk about the reason why they chose Kendrick Lamar as opposed to Lil Weezy. Now, Kendrick Lamar right now is still popping. He's setting records. In I think he went quadruple platinum uh, in 4 months or something like. In 5 months, I think it was. Uh, that those are record-setting numbers. Of course, you know he blew out Drake's record in terms of streams. Okay, and on top of that, it's what he has is a trendy song. It's trending on TikTok. It's trending on IG. It's trending on social media everywhere. And on top of that, his value is just increasing as an artist. I mean, nobody really they recognize Kendrick Lamar, but this pretty much blew the roof off of everything in terms of him being an artist. Now, let me talk about Weezy for a second, okay? Here's the reason why they're not gonna. Well, they're not gonna headline Weezy, but of course they're gonna bring him out. I mean, you have to. You're in New Orleans, all right. But the reason why they're not gonna headline Weezy, for one, uh, Cash Money, as much as they announced the Weezyana and all that, the tour and stuff like that that's happening and stuff. You said Drake is mad. Yeah, he punching the air right now. Right, I know. I know he's mad, but Kendrick is popping right now, and uh, as good as the artist as Drake is, Drake has burnt a lot of bridges too. Okay, I know some people gonna get mad, but he's burnt a lot of bridges. Kendrick Lamar hasn't burnt any bridges. Kendrick Lamar is a humble individual. It's just like what Pac said. I ain't no killer, but don't push me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what type of person Kendrick Lamar is. But to get back to what I was saying, the reason why Weezy is not headlining the Super Bowl is because Weezy, as good as entertainer as Weezy was and kind of still is, a lot of people don't know that Lil Wayne has a reputation for being very difficult to work with. Now, I'm not talking about in terms of him being, him being an asshole or no shit like that. I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about him not showing up on time, him not being prompt, him not having everything ready, him being unprepared, okay, and not going to rehearsals and stuff. I mean, as great as an artist as he is, and he is, once in a lifetime generational talent in terms of music, he has that type of reputation. And sponsors, they really don't want to deal with that. They would rather deal with Kendrick Lamar, who's going to show up on time, who's popping right now. He's, of course, he's a little bit younger. And they've all worked together. I mean, Kendrick Lamar has worked with, he has song, I think it's like maybe a couple of songs with Weezy. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but they've done records before. So that's the reason why they chose Kendrick Lamar to headline Super Bowl 59 as opposed to be performing and stuff like that. Cash Money don't have they shit together. I mean, 1 minute you got uh, then the next minute BG going at Turk, and then next minute Lil Weezy having problems with such and such, and Juvenile they don't have their shit in order. And Cash Money will always be, a hip hop entity. They always will be, icons or whatnot. But for this type of moment, they don't want to necessarily deal with any of that. They want something to be structured and organized, or what have you, at the Super Bowl. And then also, you got to understand too, this is also setting the stage because the Olympics are going to be in LA, so it's a good way to market. And where is Kendrick Lamar from? I mean, he's from Compton, and people see Compton as its own. Compton is its own city. But I mean, when you think of Compton, you think of LA. So that's another way to market it too as well. Me, I don't have no problem with either one. I think bringing Little Weezy out would be phenomenal. I think bringing him out would be phenomenal. In a case like this, I mean, this is just gonna make Kendrick Lamar's stock rise even higher. And like everybody was saying, and listen, I wasn't even going to talk about Drake. I wasn't even going to bring up Drake, but since you brought up Drake, Ted, I mean, yes, I mean, it's crazy that Kendrick Lamar has performed and Drake hasn't. So that's the reason why um, it has nothing to do with any type of beef or anything like that. It's just that they want everything to go topsy turvy. Now this is the thing. He's not really going to be getting paid that much, Kendrick Lamar, because we all know, the Super Bowl doesn't really, they don't really pay their artists like that. Matter of fact, I think Usher, man, I forgot, man, he got some crazy low amount when he performed last Super Bowl. He didn't even get that much, and he did a phenomenal job. Usher did. Performing at the Super Bowl. So that was definitely something that I wanted to talk about. That hey, what did you mean when you said about Arizona? You talking about the Arizona Cardinals? Hey, what's up, Ashley? I see you in here, man. In here, ma'am. How you doing? But yeah, we're talking about K Dot performing instead of Little Weezy. What you think? What you think, Sweetie? Do you think that K Dot should be performing on Little Weezy, or headlining rather? Because I don't have a problem with it either way. If they have Juvenile and Cash Money and Lil Weezy and stuff like that, I'm always go. But I want it to be, no drama. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I want it to be authentic. And me, I would want Turk out there too. I want all the Cash Money. I don't want one missing or replacement or any of that. I appreciate it. Appreciate you so much, Ashley. Thank you. But nah, man. I mean, either way, man, it's still gonna be a good show. Now, um, let me talk about. You said if it would be an interesting Super Bowl performance, sure there will be complaints from the masses. Yeah, but that's the thing. They really can't complain actually, because guess who's doing the directing? It's Master P. And as much as they want to sit up there and act like Master P doesn't run New Orleans, he runs New Orleans regardless. I know he lives in California, but I mean, P runs New Orleans, whether you like it or not. Between him and Birdman, they run New Orleans. So, and he's the entertainment director. So him saying what he said to Jay-Z, I don't blame him. Master P don't have no fear of Jay-Z. I mean, if anybody has fear of Master P, it'd be Jay-Z. Jay-Z got fear of Master P. I ain't talking about like, what he'll do to him, but I'm talking about from a business standpoint. True the King, what's up with it, man? I see you in here, man. Make sure y'all go sub to True the King. You said they have to get over the NFL fan base has evolved. Right. Well, I didn't. I never. Well, that's what I'm saying though. But the thing about it is Master P spoke out on it. I wasn't going to get into it, but the reason why they didn't want to work with Weezy is because he has a reputation for not being prepared. He has a reputation for, showing up late. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of sponsors are backing Jay-Z and Rock Nation. But the thing about it is, Master P doesn't necessarily have a problem with K Dot headlining or whatever, but they wanted him to involve Little Weezy more into the show and Cash Money that sort of thing, because Master P is running. He's the director of entertainment. Now, some people, a lot of people are going to say that Jay-Z has more power than Master P. From a standpoint of, if you're talking about like network and all that other stuff, yeah. But don't forget who paid for 50's first tour. Okay, you're talking about a Master P that don't nobody really talk about being able to be a sponsor and a help for a lot of hip hop artists, man. I mean, y'all look at Master P as if he fell off or something like that, man. P still got money, man. What's up with it, Alex? So yeah, I understand what you're saying, True the King, but that's not what I wanted to get into. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't even want to talk about Jay-Z. I'll talk about that in another video, but I wanted to talk about the primary reason why they wanted K-Dot as opposed to Lil Weezy. And then also you got to think about it, Super Bowl, all type. It's not like we going, we about to go to the hood over there, a hole in the wall, and perform over there in New Orleans or something. It's not like, you going over there, you know what I'm saying, in the Bronx in New York on Hunts Point or something like that, or you going deep in the heart of South Central in LA or something like that, where there ain't nothing but niggas and shit. Nah, you got a lot of different cultures, different ethnicities. A lot of people that are looking at this, so they want it to be. And even though everybody gonna bring up Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and stuff like that, they're icons. Eminem and all them, you know what I'm saying? All of them guys are icons, and 50 Cent and all that, you know what I'm saying? So they're working with various sponsors. I wish No Limit and Cash Money will perform. I mean, to have them on the same stage, that would be priceless. But I don't have a problem with K-Dot, man. Man, I love the fact that K-Dot is performing. He deserves it, man. Look, dog, he's popping right now. They Not Like Us. Listen, you can play They Not Like Us. You could play it at a football game. When everybody coming out of the tunnel. You could play it at a basketball game when they get ready to warm up. You can play it at a family reunion. Everybody gonna dance. You're gonna have uncles up there, trying to sea walk. You're gonna have people be walking and all that other stuff. You know what they playing in China? They can't even speak English. Like us, all them nobody and nothing. But there's people that can barely speak English. But guess what? You put They Not Like Us. They Not Like Us. Guess what? They on TikTok making dances and all that other stuff. This song done took off, man. Like, the impact of the song is worldwide. It's not just nationwide, and that's what people are gonna want to hear. They're gonna want to hear that song. He's probably gonna save it for the best for last. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna be some cameo appearances. I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna be surprised if they, like I said, they're gonna bring out Lil Wayne. They have to. I'm quite sure they're gonna make some cameo appearances. But I would like to see BG. People would like to see BG. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. People do want to see Juvenile. People do want to see Weezy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people don't even know who they are. A lot of these people don't know who they are. But with the way technology is and how you can pull things up and all that other stuff, um, I'm pretty sure they could do their research. All right, man. Let me switch gears, man. Let me talk about Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson, man, is he's on thin ice, man. He's on thin ice, man. Um, he's on thin ice. As you know, he got destroyed by the Cowboys. Well, it was a combination of him. I'm not going to say that it's all Deshaun Watson's fault, but he certainly didn't help it. He certainly didn't help it. We got to understand, man, that when Deshaun Watson had fell off, Joe Flacco had came to his rescue. We're talking about a Joe Flacco that was pretty much on the couch. He was on the couch when they called him. Yeah, you said I messed up picking the Browns defense yesterday. Messed up my point. Yeah, well, I mean, Myles Garrett and the crew, yeah, but they're playing an NFC team. NFC team. The only thing that you have to hope for on offense is, of course, Amari Cooper. But the way that Deshaun Watson is playing, man, he's not the Deshaun Watson of old. You know what I'm saying? People were looking for him to have a coming out party. Now, I know that Deshaun Watson, this is the first game, but I do agree with what Herm Edwards said. All right, Herm Edwards did say that Deshaun Watson looked like a rookie. I mean, he got sacked 6 times? I think it was. He looked like a rookie. You're not accustomed to seeing Deshaun Watson play like this, sloppy, being very tentative and stuff like that. Like, you would expect that from Justin Fields. You would expect something like that from even Caleb Williams. You'll expect that from Jaden Daniels. But Deshaun Watson, like, he's ranked. Right, exactly. Nah, but Stroud, CJ Stroud, CJ Stroud. One thing about CJ Stroud, and you saw him yesterday when they beat the Colts, man. He came through in the CJ Stroud, man. He's very limited on his mistakes, and for his age, he's very patient. That's why CJ Stroud and listen, even the quarterback for the Colts, Anthony Hamilton, he had a good game too out of Florida. I like Anthony Hamilton. I think and he a black quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But they were very poised and composed. I'm not. If I'm the Colts, I'm not mad at that game. You only lost by 2 points. Always look poised. That's why I got them as the only team as a threat to Kansas City. maybe Miami to a certain extent. Tua balled out. I can't even front. Tua had a good game, 338 yards, man. And Tyreek Hill. That nigga Tyreek Hill said, I'm locked up. They won't let me out. Locked up. Man, Ted keeping a record, man. This is the most African American quarterbacks that we've ever had, man. That's a shame, you know. I like, damn, you can't do that for wide receivers and running backs and shit like that, and defensive ends and linebackers. But I like the way that the Lions, Dan Campbell, he coached to really, make, some boneheaded decisions. I think he went back to the drawing board, and I think some people got in his ear and let him know, okay, you're not a player anymore. You are a coach. Right, but I'm just saying, though, that, like, I understand what you're saying, but I'm just like, that's 15 black quarterbacks. Like, damn, nigga, why can't they just be quarterbacks? Like, damn. It's just amazing what, nigga, we always had talent back there. It's just, y'all always thought that, we were too sloppy, or we weren't cerebral enough, or we weren't organized enough, or we weren't leaders, or we were too ghetto, and all this other stuff, which is really the quite opposite. And you see that we put a little pizzazz on it, put a little drip on it. You know what I'm saying? Put a little intelligence on it. Put a little intellect on it. You know what I'm saying? Throw some D's on it. You know what I mean? That's what we did. The quarterback position has always been a perception that, oh yeah, it's not for the black person because he's not smart enough or he's not capable enough. He's purely athleticism, but no intellect. And that's why I like that commercial that Donovan Mitchell did a long time ago. He was like, football is all about twitch. Stuff moves in seconds. Your quickness got to be in seconds. You know what I'm saying? Your explosion got to be in seconds. You know what I'm saying? That's how fast you got to move. You know what I'm saying? Your reaction got to be in seconds. Your anticipation got to be in seconds. You know, your reflexes got to be in seconds. And then that's what Donovan Mitchell was doing all this stuff or whatever. He had all this stuff that you had to think about. You know what I'm saying? Who to throw to, who's coming. You know what I'm saying? What formation they in, and all this other stuff. And then he was like, y'all still want to play quarterback? Yeah, I mean, I don't really, honestly, Ted, man, I'm a defensive guy. You know what I'm saying? I love defense, man. I like the secondary. Uh, I like to see, I like to see if people had the balls enough to come through the middle. You know what I'm saying? I like to see that. You know what I'm saying? I like to see smash mouth, like Kobe, Kobe said he liked smash mouth basketball. I like smash mouth football. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to see. I like offense, don't get me wrong, um, but I don't like a lot of scoring. I like line of scrimmage games. I enjoy those type of games. Some people might not like that. I love that, man, because it's a test of will. If you got a game that's coming down to a field goal and it's only like, let's say 10-3 or some shit like that, I like games like that. Nah, and I can't stand the West Coast offense. Hell no. Mm-mm. I mean, I'll deal with it, but I don't like no West Coast. Can't stand that West Coast. Hell, I'm all about defense, man. If you can make defense look pretty, man, I'll enjoy your game. That's why, like, you know what I'm saying, when you think about the Ravens, you know what I'm saying, back in the days, you know what I'm saying? When you think about the Raiders back in the days, you know what I'm saying, that even though they, you know, they had their offense too, you know what I'm saying? When you think about the Legion of Boom, you know what I'm saying, coupled with everybody, you know, that they had up in there. Yeah, you gotta be accurate, man. Said the AFC was successful in the West Coast offense in the 80s. Yep, that was the 80s. When we talk about Jerry Rice, when we talk about Joe Montana, when we talk about, you know, Walsh and them, when we talk about Ricky Walder. When we talk about Ricky Walder. Yo, what y'all know about Ricky Walder? On defense, they had Ken Norton. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but they never was successful. I mean, I like Brian Cox, you know what I'm saying, but Brian Cox, you know what I'm saying, but they weren't never successful. They were never successful. You said run and shoot, yeah, man. With Warren Moon, I remember Earl Campbell. You know what I'm talking about? What Earl Campbell? Y'all like that old football, man. Hey, I'm with that. I like you know when guys went crying. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you bring out the stretcher. Hey, that's it, man. You gotta replace them. Like it truly is a battlefield. Now they want to make it kumbaya. Shit. Now where are my Baker haters at? Yeah, yeah. 220 what? 224. Yeah, 4 touchdowns, man. And I don't want to hear this shit about the Washington Commanders. I don't want to hear none of that shit. The Washington Commanders, they a team on the come up. And Baker gonna do it again. He's showing why he deserves his money. Put up 37 points on the board. Yeah. It's all right. It's okay. You can hate on us. Hate on him. Hate on Baker Mayfield. Hate him even harder. I want you to. Yeah, man. Every time he come up in there, man, Baker Mayfield is a hard ass worker. I fuck with Baker Mayfield. If you listen to my old videos, I've been rocking with Baker Mayfield ever since he came up. Browns organization, they up in there punching the air. You know why? Like, damn, why did we let him go? Now he over there in a new situation. See, y'all thought that it was it when he went to Carolina for that little short stint, then went over there to Tampa. Yeah. Y'all can hate the Bucks all day. We know Cypress don't like Baker Mayfield. I didn't know. Well, Stephen Green, he don't like nobody. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't the Cowboy, he don't even like his own damn quarterback. He don't even like Dak Prescott. And I like Dak Prescott more than most of y'all Cowboy fans. Matter of fact, let's talk about that shit. Hey, let's talk about that shit because y'all didn't want to show up yesterday when I talked about it. I guess y'all was so mad that he signed the contract right before the game. Yes, he deserves his goddamn money. He deserves his money. That nigga deserves his money. Highest paid quarterback in league history. Now I know some people gonna hate on that. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Listen, Dak Prescott came back from an injury that a lot of people don't even play the same again, and to bounce back and to make the playoffs. Yeah, Mason Rudolph was that guy. You know what I'm saying? And Justin Fields better watch out because Mike Wilson was saying that his job still ain't safe. You know what I'm saying? Mason Rudolph won y'all playoff games. Y'all hate on the quarterback that won y'all playoff games, man. Ben Roethlisberger didn't win no playoff games. They were ready to get his ass up out of there. I'm talking about at the tail end of his career or whatever. Shortly before he retired. I like Mason Rudolph. Okay, they beat the Browns, but the Browns got, guess what the Browns got? They got the number one defense. They got the number one ranked defense, man. So let's not act like, you know what I'm saying, the Browns are slouches. No, they got the number one ranked defense. Go look it up. They got the number one ranked defense. He did that out the gate. Now, did he ball out like people wanted him to? No. You know what I'm saying? But they still beat him. But he deserves his money. Then on top of that, all this shit that y'all say about Tony Romo, let me drop some knowledge on y'all real quick. Let me drop some gems on y'all. Tony Romo played 12 seasons. You hear me? He played 12 seasons. Right? I counted. Not one, not two, not three. 12 with the Cowboys. Guess how many times he missed the playoffs? He missed the playoffs 8 seasons. He missed the matter of fact, he missed the playoffs like 4 seasons in a row or something like that. Man, you ain't gonna do that on Dak's watch. Dak is making the playoffs. Dak is actually trying to show that he could bounce back. But y'all sit up there and say, "Oh, he don't deserve the money. He this and he that or whatever. Yeah, he is that and he is this, right?" Dak is number 2 in QBR at 105.9. Okay, he's at 105.9, and on top of that, in terms of playoff, in terms of the playoffs, he barely throws any interceptions. I think he only had like 2 interceptions last year or something like that. Other than that, all you see is a whole bunch of ones. That's it. You don't see his QBR quarterback rating in those 70s like Lamar Jackson, the 60s, or in the 50s like goddamn Daniel Jones and shit like that. Nah, his shit be in the hundreds. 110, 109. But y'all talk about, oh man, well he don't deserve his money and all this other stuff. Bullshit. He don't have nobody to rely on in terms of his offensive line and shit. He gotta scramble because he can't depend on the offensive line. He played with a center he's not accustomed to playing with. And for those of y'all that know football, man, you gotta have a good connection, pause, with your center, man, and your offensive line. So all this shit that everybody be saying, oh yeah, he don't deserve his money and all this other stuff, man, that's bullshit. And if he make it, listen, if he make it to the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl, he's going in the right direction. But all the pieces got to be clicking. You got Dalvin Cook in there. There's no excuse. Everybody healthy with the exception of Deron Bland. That's it. And I'm talking about some of the important horses that they need. We know Cypress ain't no Cowboys fan. Yup, and he's even greater on the field. Man, don't man, Ted, don't tie him into no LeBron James. Oh yeah, well he's a great father and he's a humanitarian and nah, this motherfucker's good on and off the field. Trying to do that LeBron James shit. Yeah, man. Well, I think he's a good community ambassador. He's in school. He has all his teeth and all that other bullshit. Nah, that motherfucker's a killer on the field. Yeah, everybody wanted. Well, yeah, he's a great personality. He's humble and Dak is a killer. Dak is a killer. He's a winner, man. But dog, if you got people that's consistently getting hurt on both ends of the ball, but I mean, what the fuck is you supposed to do? Yeah, all this. Yeah, man. Well, he gives to the homeless and all this other. Man, fuck that shit. Nah, are you gonna win goddamn games? That's what Dak want to do. He want to win games. That's why Jerry signed him. He bounced back from the injury. He's always showing up. Go look at. You don't see him missing games. Do you see him missing games? Oh well, my hip. I got a ruptured disc and. Well, I don't think I'm gonna play today. My finger and all this other bullshit. Nah, Dak is out there. You want to talk about somebody that got a Dak? Not that dude. Hey, how come he got paid $60 million? Oh man, hey, you know what I love the best, man? Hey, guess who? Guess who was number two? The number two ranked quarterback last season, Ted. Oh, okay, Dak. But you don't like that. Dak was. Who outplayed Mahomes? How many interceptions did that? Yeah, Dakota. Yeah. yeah, Dak was. Yeah, I can name all of them. He was better than Josh Allen. He was better than Trevor Lawrence, who signed the deal. He was better than C.J. Stroud, who advanced in the playoffs. Or made it to the playoffs at least. Right? He was better than Mahomes, who won the Super Bowl. He was better than Jared Goff, who signed the deal and damn near fucked around and almost win. He was better than Jordan Love, who actually beat them. You know what I'm saying? Kirk Cousins, all these mediocre quarterbacks and shit like that. He was better than Tua. He was better than everybody. He was number 2 ranked quarterback. Had a higher QBR than all of them motherfuckers, with the exception of Lamar Jackson. And even still, he had, I think, with Lamar Jackson, he threw only 24 touchdowns and had I think 4 or 5 interceptions. But Dak threw 36 touchdowns, but he had 9 interceptions or whatever. That's the only thing that kind of dropped him low from Lamar. But he had a higher QBR than Lamar. Yeah, man, y'all sit up here, y'all listen to this media bullshit, and y'all let that shit cloud your mind. Oh, Dak is trash. Dak is this and Dak is that. Dog, go scratch beneath the surface. Okay, if I don't have a good running game, and I got a motherfucker that I can't depend on in the backfield, to take the weight off my shoulders every now and then as a quarterback. That's fucking difficult. And I got to rely on CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb going to run out of gas every now and then. I don't have a goddamn Witten no more. Romo had Witten. That was his bread and butter. Hell, fucking Troy Aikman had fucking Novacek. Had goddamn Michael Irvin. And he had Emmett. And a perfect offensive line. And guess what? Troy Aikman was still getting concussions. Yeah, come on, man. Dak is doing this, man. He playing with house money. Motherfucker was playing on one leg when he came back. Hell, what's his name was complaining about plantar fasciitis. What's it called? Damn, what was that? Des Bryant. With the running games over time, they've never, like, you can't depend on DeMarco Murray. The only one that I felt like was kind of consistent, kind of besides Emmitt Smith or whatever, and Tony Dorsett, going back to them days and all that other stuff, was like, you know, Marion Barber. But other than that, man, you can't rely on Zeke. Well, now you can. He finally, Zeke done woke up and everything. I mean, he ain't the old Zeke or whatever, but, you know, you couldn't depend on him back in the gap. Pollard got hurt. As much as I like Felix Jones, you couldn't depend on him. Darren McFadden, man, it was constantly running backs have never been able to sustain with the exception of Emmitt Smith. I I thought Darren McFadden was gonna come over there and be lights out. He didn't do nothing. He wasn't. Darren McFadden, man, he left his game in Arkansas. And God rest Marion Barber's soul, man. I hate the way he went out.